Okay, let's move and let's all welcome Andy Gore. Hello, Andy. How are you doing? Thanks for being here.
Hi, Nick. Thanks for inviting me on.
No, it's our pleasure to have you here. And first of all, it's nice that this commitment of AMA, monthly AMA, somehow, thanks for having waited for my move and set up. Somehow we are at least 2 out of 2 for now. So let's continue the momentum. Today, as I said, is a big one. Is with code. You excited, big boss?
Yeah, I've got the all the code, all the game code in front of me. Got all the questions came through thanks to Tiki's put a lot of time putting them all together. It was about 50 something questions, and I've got some answers to help me with a lot of them put together. So hopefully we can answer most of them, all of them.
Half of them is from Chippy today, but it's okay. I mean, Chippy was really looking forward to that. I'm very happy that he's here. Okay, you know what? We have a lot to talk about, so let's not waste too much time, and we go one after the other, I would say. Actually, let's do first the game engine one, the match engine one, the one that involves code, etc. And then we will ask everything else about decentralization, economy, or game features. Some people ask after that. Today, priority is match engine and code. Okay, from the top, this is from our only Un Andaluz. Un Andaluz ask, where is it? Here. I'd like to know how the game's multiplier system works. For example, if I play defensive, will my defenders have a multiplier of 1x their rating and my forwards 0.75x or 0.5? And if I play an attacking, will the defenders be 0.75 and the attackers 1? How does that actually work? It's basically the weight given to the rating based on playstyle.
The answer to that is yes. So each tactic's got a multiplier matrix to every position and skill combination. So the multipliers, so there's like key values for each tactic, and then each position, tactic, passing, shooting, it's got like a multiplier matrix to it. So it's position and skill combination.
So basically, the attacker, if I put attacking, the defender's rating will be lowered. Yeah. These weights are publicly available or not?
They're not at the moment. They will be.
Open source.
That's an interesting point. We are going to open source all the code, so all the sort of like the table of all the multipliers will be there.
Okay.
So yeah, tactics and positions. And it is using the sort of position and skill combination into the multiplier.
Okay. Looking forward to the weights, but that works. Yeah?
Yeah, I could show you a quick screen share if it works.
Oh yeah, let me go in screen sharing mode. Now you're gonna see yourself 2,000 times, but if you screen share, there you go. Okay, we see your screen.
Yeah. So you can see what's going on there.
There you go. We're basically seeing the weights now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That's a super alpha, guys. They're already screen sharing and screen recording. That's amazing. Okay. So 0.95, etc. Guys, you already had quite a big of an alpha here. Thank you so much. Let's go back. Let's continue. That was big. Now, Loop Lab question ask. This is game engine still. Yes. It seems bots become stronger as ever, even if they play normal 4-4-2. I don't think this is bad, but probably we can adjust this superpower by giving a malus to the club rating when the tactics are not set in time. it would be like the same club players, but without the manager directing them.
Okay. Just quick question, Nick. On the spreadsheet, are you using the same spreadsheet that I'm using?
I think so. It's the March 28th. March 28th?
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, you're in it. I can see you in it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just following the first match engine questions, one after the other. Is it okay?
That's great. Yeah, I'll just so I can see what you're reading, and I could just read the same.
Yeah, perfect. I didn't think about it. I click on the question so that you can see where I am. Perfect.
Yeah, that's great. So, sorry, that's question number
8. 8th row. Basically,
question 8.
I can summarize. It looks like the normal 4-4-2 default tactics when nobody is managing the team. It gets stronger. It got stronger than before after the update, the match engine update, and is also suggesting, can we put like a malus, like a negative bonus if the team is unmanaged when they play versus a managed team.
Yeah, I mean, we could look into that. Certainly look into that. Yeah.
But the normal 4-4-2 is not being increased, right? Normal is still normal. It's not been changed.
Yeah. No, we've not done anything for that. So there's no penalty at the moment for failing to set your tactics either.
Perfect. Okay.
Just rejects the way it changes after the deadline. And the bot clubs just use auto pick with the normal style and one of 3 random formations: 4-4-2, 4-3-3, or 4-5-1. But yeah, it's the design decision, and we may consider that at some point. Making the bot clubs we may do that.
Okay, but that's good. It's a confirmation because there were a lot of speculation, especially Loop Lab, AP9MC as well. So in the Italian community especially, that normal got empowered. Normal looked like it was stronger than before, but probably it's just the result of the changing of the other playstyle. So relatively stronger, but it hasn't been modified. Good.
No, that hasn't. We've sorted out the defense being too powerful and counter-attack. So,
exactly. Thank you so much for the confirmation. Next one on the game engine, match engine, row number 12. Will it, this is by Page. Will it ever be possible to have a state-of-art match engine like Football Manager games, or is it beyond reach for blockchain gaming?
It's not beyond reach. No, it's possible. We haven't worked on that, but yeah, it is possible for us to do it. It's possible for us to achieve it even on the blockchain. So yeah, the answer is yes to that. We will work towards that one day. It's once we've built out the portfolio management side and things that we're doing. But yeah, we will. It's possible, technically possible. Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Technical possible and on the long-term roadmap of Soccerverse. That's great. Okay, next one. Let's move. This is still game engine. This is row number 14. This is Greenboy. Greenboy asking, for unmanaged clubs. Now, only a few formations are randomly chosen. 4-4-2, 4-3-3, or 4-5-1. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's like that. The same randomization method couldn't be used for playstyle.
It's not at the moment, but it could be. We can do anything with that. We just pick those 3 formations and normal. But we did have a talk about it internally as well, that we might potentially we'd have to have a bit of a think about it and engage with the the community to make sure we don't want to make the unmanaged clubs too powerful and too clever, but we don't want them being too stupid either. But yeah, it's possible we can pick different formations and tempo and so on. It's possible.
Perfect, thanks so much. Next one, let's move. This is by Sanks. Sanks asks, substitution logic. How to optimize them, the future of substitutions, tips and tricks.
You can have 3 subs, and triggered by those conditions, as everybody knows. We could do. There is some things we can do with the subs different. We could possibly. We could do it where there's some more options that we could put in. We could make the interface a little bit more complicated, but there is other options we can put in. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but we can change them a little bit. For example, we could maybe look at substitute. If sort of players getting fitness is going down, you could you could pick that as the person to sub off. We could do things like that, but we haven't implemented them in the front end. I think they're available in the back end. So yeah, we could look at more advanced sub options and logic.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, hello. I know. And people is good because they have this intuition. They know what they want to see. Next question is by Sanks as well. He's also asking information about the injuries, statistics and probabilities. Okay, here is a little bit more into the code. Key factors, possible measures to prevent them, random factor of frequency and length. So everything about injury.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to pull up. I do a screen share, Nick. There we go. Okay, so that's the information there.
He can prepare our boss.
So that's the probability formula. I mean, I don't know how useful this is to explain quickly, but yeah, injury length. So we've got 0 to 9 matches. So the maximum you can be injured is for 9 matches. It is in dates, of course, but that's the amount of matches that could be captured in those dates. Any player can get injured. It is randomly selected. There's no skill or fitness factor that makes certain players more injury prone. So anybody can get injured. There isn't anything you can do. And you can't do anything to prevent the injuries. Yep, so it says there, it's just random. But playing against a team with lower aggression would marginally reduce the chance, but not by too much. And then we've got the recovery from fitness there. You do recover faster when you're not injured. So you recover slower when you don't recover at all when you're injured. But as your injuries come into shorter length before you come back from injury, recovery does start happening, but slower than if you're not injured. There's the injury probability minutes there. But formula is probably not too helpful for this call, but they are. It's the formulas.
Great, thank you so much. That's all we were looking for, and Saxi will be very happy, and everyone else who is looking at the chat is very happy. Okay, let's move. Next one is this is by Santa Claus. I think we already answered. Did the normal playstyle has changed at the same time the defensive nerf update happened? We can skip this. He already answered. Normal hasn't been changed. Only defensive and attacking, or counterattacking and attack. Which one? Sorry to repeat. Defensive for sure, but also counterattacking and attacking, or only attacking?
I'm not too sure actually. I know that normal wasn't changed. Normal's meant to be like the safe pick, really.
Normal is the same.
Advantage and not disadvantage.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the others have got advantages and disadvantages over each other. Normal's safe middle ground. Main changes was defensive, counter attack. It was all the others actually. They all changed. I think the one that changed the most was defensive. Counter attack. There's a little bit of changes to attacking, long ball, and passing, but mainly to defensive and counter attack was the bigger ones, and normal was left alone.
Yeah.
normal was used as the base from which to balance the others off.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Now I'm learning. Thank you so much, Tiki, for your notes. So I can skip some questions because basically I'm duplicates. This one in row 22. This is by Sanks again. Will there be a change log with all the game engine updates?
Yes, there will be. They'll be in the, when we open source the code, the change logs will be in a GitHub. That'll explain it.
True.
But we can put some extra notes with it as well. We'll be able to explain, like I was showing on the screen earlier, the table. So there'll be the old table and the new table. People wanting to compare the two, plus some of the changes that we did. So yeah, it'll be all visible.
Perfect. That's the power of open source and using version controlling like a GitHub software. That's amazing. So yes, we have Sanks again here in questions. Will there be new play styles, new selectable formations, or even free formations? Will the entire engine have to be changed to accommodate this? And how do zones works? This is a big question. Let's break it down. Let's start with new formation, new playstyle, or even free formation, and if we need a totally new game engine to accommodate these changes.
Yeah. So, will there be new playstyles? We haven't got any immediate plans to do that, but it is possible. Be a bit of work, mainly what are those playstyles. So we'd have to think them up, or the community could think them up, and then we'd have to see how we can fit them in, and then get them in. New selectable formations, yeah, we can do that actually. That's not a new engine, and we could use free formations as well. Again, that wouldn't be somebody wanted to play sort of 10 defenders. I guess they could, and then but yeah, it is possible. And then the things with that is we would maybe have to just not make it too free, because maybe 10 defenders means that they never let any goals in. So we have to sort of check that. That's the thing that would be stopping us doing that, not a new match engine. We could do things with the current match engine to allow that. Zones, we don't really have zones as such. It's more using like the multipliers and weights on different players depending on. So it's not really in the pitch where you are. It's more where you put players in. So if you put 3 midfielders, it's calculating that you've got 3 midfielders. So they're not like, it's not playing it out with the players are moving around in areas on the pitch as such. That would be a new match engine. Do player stats affect the engine's calculations? Yes. Is that statistics? Do you mean in goals and previous games?
Andy,
previous matches?
can I stop you 1 second? The sound is like a robot. I think there is a problem. The mic of Andy is now like very bad. Something happened with your mic. Try to speak now.
Hello?
Oh, okay. Now it's better.
Is that better?
Yeah. I thought it was only in my headphones, but it's actually okay. Now it's great. Sorry. All good. We couldn't hear. There was a robotic sound. Now it's perfect. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know if there's any more in that.
Yeah. There is much more. Actually, he wants to know the zone. How do zones work? Do player statistics affect the engine calculations, and how can we optimize our lineup? Tips and tricks.
Yeah, the player stats, is that referring to players' statistics from previous games, like someone scoring lots of goals?
I think.
Therefore, it'll affect.
I don't think so. Sanks, can you specify in the chat right now? But I think it was meaning the actual rate, the passing. Oh, there you go. Passing, tackling, goalkeeping, and those stats.
Oh yeah, they're all used in the game. So tackling is defensive contribution. Passing is the passing and the chance of creating a contribution to a goal, and shooting is the chance of scoring a goal. A goalkeeper's a chance of saving it. And aggression is your foul probability. Stamina is how much faster you lose the fitness within the game. Fitness is, of course, all that's. But yeah, they are used directly. Yeah.
How to optimize the lineup?
Yeah, I don't really know actually. It depends who you're playing against, and yeah, that's just the whole tactics thing. I don't have any tips for that.
Exactly. That's also a little bit of you guys have to find out at least these things. I mean, trial and error. That's how you optimize. Usually, I optimize like that. Is it a best of 5, or does the first player to miss lose? Oh, sorry. The penalties. This is an important question. Many people ask this in the past. How do the penalties work? Is it a best of 5, or does the first player to miss lose? How much influence does the goalkeeper have on the engine? Oh, this is another question. So 2 questions, like how the penalties work and the goalkeeper.
Yes, the penalties within the match. So they're like triggered by fouls. And then your penalty taker, who you've decided to take the penalty taker. So yeah, the goal there's like a formula that works out whether it's on target or not. And then if it's on target, the goalkeeper is factored in there as well. So there's kind of more of a chance that it's saved than a bit of a chance that it's off target, but there's a smaller chance that it's a goal. So yeah, quite a good chance it's a goal, but there's a higher chance that it's saved and a smaller chance that it's off target. There's like a formula that just calculates that based on the player that's taking the shot at the goalkeeper.
And
a penalty shootout.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I want to get there.
Yeah, sure. Penalty shootout. So so there's 5 penalties, and then it goes into sudden death, and he just first to miss, just like it is in the real world. So the penalty takers, it does them in the order of the shooting skill that they've got. So the best 11 shooters in that order take the shots in descending order. So usually it'll be the goalkeeper last. That's how it does it, and then it will work its way back round if it happens to take all 11 shots. If no one's won by then, in the sudden death.
Andy, can you adjust a little bit the whatever you did before it worked? It came back, the robotic.
It's a bit better.
No, it's worse.
Oh.
I think you touched something in. Yeah, now.
Is that better?
Speak now.
Anyhow, is that better?
No, it's back in the robotic way. I don't know what you did before, but with one touch you fixed it.
Any good now?
Maybe it's the noise cancellation thing. Can you try to remove? Can you remove the noise cancellation?
Is that any good?
No, still robotic. Only when you speak, it sounds robotic.
Okay, I can hear okay, but any good now?
Maybe. No. Hello. Try again. Oh, wait. What about now?
Any good?
Yes, now it's back. Did you do anything? Maybe it's just random. Maybe it's the software. It's not your mic. It can be.
Okay.
Now it's better. Okay.
Oh.
Hopefully it works. Otherwise I change the connection, but hopefully it works. Sorry.
Yes, I don't know if you heard, the shootout was just best order is the best shooters. The penalty shootout going in descending order. So the goalkeeper will be last, he'd be 11th to take a shot. And it uses the same probability as the match day for if it's a goal or not.
Yeah. Okay.
goalkeeper influence. So in the open play, it's just whether the shooter, it's the goalkeeper against the shooter with a formula. And penalties, it's just as I described earlier, it's goalkeeper versus the shot taker. There's a formula. And that's pretty much it, really. The goalkeeper just versus the person who's taking the shot.
Perfect. That was a big. Let me see again, man. You said it both in general and independent. Perfect. We finished. Thank you, Sanks, for this huge question. Luckily, we broke it down. Thank you so much. Let's move. Now it's Chippy world. We're getting into Chippy. Chippy is very specific. He's a technical guy. He wants to know a lot of details. So let's start into Chippy. He wants to know the chance generation. So how are chances generating during a match? Chances of making goals, I believe.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay still?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so there's a chance is generated every minute for each team, taking it in turns. And it's like there's a shot probability and aggressions factored in. And then it's sort of thing. So when the match engine loads up, it takes all the team has a tackling value of all the added together. It's got a midfielder value and an attacking value. So that's each team has those numbers based on what the players have contributed to that. And so the chance of the shot is how good the person, how much sort of aggression is going on with the players. And it's like there's a formula that's sort of saying like the team's shooting ability is multiplied by the team's passing ability, and then there's weights on it, and then that's divided by your opponent's tackling ability. So the defence of your opponent is sort of dividing by what you're making a big as number as you can when you're shooting and passing your team, and then it's divided by the tackling of your opponent's team. So the bigger that is, the more it's divided by. So that's the chance of having a shot, basically, and that's what it comes down to. So yeah, it's not random. So better teams will have more passing and shooting going on against a team with a weak defense. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Before, how this opportunity is created by possession or similar. So before getting to shoot, it's basically every minute, depending on. Yeah, there is some randomness, but every minute, depending on the statistics of the cumulative statistics of the team and the rivals, it generates a possibility to have a chance. So there is not the possession is something else, I think.
Yeah. So it's heavily. There is randomness in it, but it's heavily influenced by the team attributes. So that's that formula that I described earlier. That isn't random. Once it's decided that it's going to have a chance for a shot, and that formula isn't. There's no randomness in that. That is purely based on the team skill in the way I described it earlier. But the chance that there is a chance, there is randomness in that, but it is heavily influenced by how good your team is. If you've got a better team, you have more chances. But it is random how many chances when you have that chance, and that's every minute. It will randomly decide whether you have a shot at goal, and that is a bit of randomness in that, but heavily influenced how good your team is. Once it's decided that you've had a shot, there's no randomness in that shot formula, which is midfield and attack. Your team divided by the strength of the opponent.
Perfect. I think we had. Okay, now it's fixed. It should be fixed. Mike Bender mode again. Let me see. Say something, Andy. I was just double checking.
Oh, you lose me again. It's good.
No. We don't lose you. We just sometimes it gets into a little bit of robotic noise, and but it gets back. And now I tried to mute you and unmute you in a split second, and it fixed the issue. So I don't know. Maybe it's the software, and that's what I have to do. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. let's move. By the way, this all of this code, I don't know what you prepared, Andy, in terms of showing formula, statistics, code, etc. If you have anything, just let me know, because if you start screen sharing and I don't know your screen sharing, we don't see it. So just let me know if you have anything prepared. I'm gonna switch. Okay, perfect. Let's move to the next question. The next question is Chippy. Is the number of chances per team purely random or influenced by factors such as possession, midfield strength, formation, or tactics? I think you just answered that. Basically, it's influenced by summary statistics of the players' skills. So the team will have overall defending, overall attacking, and overall midfield, whatever, and that affects the chances that are generated every second. That's what Andy said. So we answered this. Move to the next one. Does each team... Okay, I'm reading and probably already skipping because I think you also answered that. Does each team receive a predetermined number of chances, or are they dynamically generating during the match simulation? I think each team got 90, right? Every minute.
Yeah, so yeah, basically every minute it independently decides, every minute is independent of the other minutes. It decides whether you have a chance or not.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before chances are resolved, how are the underlying calculation built? Okay, that's interesting. This is basically, he wants to say, if possible, to see like this formula. He says, how are the underlying calculation built? How the overall attacking power of a team is calculated.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. So every minute, it does this every minute. It recalculates it every minute for each team, because the sort of like the players' fatigue or fitness is taken into consideration. So that's why substitutes are kind of important, because they will contribute more if you brought a sub on. So that's why it does it every minute, to contribute to the fitness of the players. So if both teams didn't do any substitutions, then they would all decline together, so they'd still be equal, and fitness is having no effect, I guess, in that case. Everything being equal, so substitutes has an effect. So yeah, so basically contributions, it's like a multiplier of the sort of the player's skill, fitness, and that is added. That's done each time, and then it's aggregated all together. So all the tackling of all the players contributes to the team tackling. The passing of all the players contributes to the team passing, and the tackling, shooting of all the players is aggregated to the team shooting. Then it does a bit of balancing on the left and right of the players, right side, left side of the players. And there's things like if there's 3 centre players, there's like a centre contribution. So there's things like that happening. And then ultimately it drops down to that shot probability formula that we were discussing, that the last step of that. It does recalculate it every minute in that way.
Perfect. And for the formulas, for the actual formulas, I think we have to wait for open source in this case.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Even if I showed it, it's probably just, yeah, I've got the code in front of me, but it's just a formula. It's probably best waiting for it to be released, I think.
I'm trying. Video off, maybe. No, video on. Okay, just trying to fix additional audio settings. Let me see, mic delay, noise gate off, auto gain control off, echo cancellation off, noise suppression off. I'm just trying to fix a little bit of, okay, the audio. Let's move to the next question. Let me put this as okay. Does each player gonna? This is, I think we already also answered this. Does each player contribute based on their individual skills or mainly through their overall rating?
Individual skills.
Individual skills, yeah. You definitely answered that. Let me read this. Are contributions skill based or is everything normalized into a single value? Is basically the same question as above, but yeah. Normalized into a single value. What does it mean?
Each skill feeds into its own calculation chain.
Okay.
So they're not combined into one value or normalized.
Okay, Chippy. How are those values aggregated by zones, defensive, mid, attack, by lines, midfield versus midfield, or by formation structures? Interesting. This is interesting. So basically, it's asking how you put. Chippy, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Basically, how the matches are done. If Napoli defense is matched versus Inter attack to get some goals for Napoli, or it's overall versus overall.
Yeah, they're aggregated into sort of there's 3 pools. There's just a team tackling, a team passing, a team shooting. So it just sums them up. So it's similar to the answer before. So we've got a team tackling pool, a team midfield pool, and a team shooting pool. So that's how they're aggregated together. So it's not on the formation structure as such. On the lines on the pitch, it's not based on that. So if a player's a little bit in front, it's how much so you could sort of play, if you play the player who's defensive, he would contribute more to the midfield, and there's a bit of, if he's in defensive midfield, he might contribute a little bit more to the tackling pot and less to the midfielder pot. He's a defensive midfielder. Well, ultimately, there's only 3 pots. So where you place him is decide how much of the passing or tackling does he contribute to the team. If you move him a little up or a little bit attacking midfielder, contribute more to the attacking pot and less to the midfielder pot than if you played him just in the midfield.
Great. I think that's what Chippy. That's what you wanted to hear, right? It's been a while. He really wanted to know this. I think that's great. Thank you so much. Once a team is awarded a chance, what is the exact sequence of calculations?
Okay. Yeah. So it's whether it was first. There's a few here. So it's whether he was assisted or if it was solo. And if somebody assisted him or not. And then it would decide who's going to then take the shot. And then it would there's like a formula that decides who's going to take the shot. And then the shot's taken and it decides whether it's off target or not. And if it is, then there's a formula that decides whether it's a goal or not. And the goalkeeper is factored into that of the opponent's team. So there's a few steps that takes place.
All right. Let's move to the next one. This is also Chippy. There are a lot of Chippy. So this is Chippy zone. Is the play resolved through individual duels, player versus player, or line-based calculation, attack versus defense?
Okay, yeah. It's a bit of a mix, really. Because like the team's aggregating its defensive midfielder and together, so that's like, yeah, it's a little bit. So say a player is decided that he's going to be the one who takes the shot. He's then going against the goalkeeper, so that's like an individual
1-1. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so it's a little bit of a mix. So an individual player can decide that he might pick one who's going to do the tackle. And then sometimes it's the team, I guess here it's called line based, but it's the team tackling might be used in certain formulas. Sometimes an individual player will decide to be a tackling, so it's a bit of a mix.
Okay, interesting. I've always wondered actually well, this is my question. I will keep my question at the end, but I have some also as well. During the attacking sequence, in this case it's attacking, is progression calculated as attacker versus defensive or line by line? Oh, this is basically similar to what you just said. So it's a bit of a mix of the two, isn't it? Yeah.
It's mainly this particular thing is mainly team versus team. So it was similar to so it's like the opponent's tackling is against your team's passing and shooting together. So it's not an individual attacker against the defender in this particular case. This is more team versus team as well. So full team. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And then the next one, I skip it because is about basically if it's attacker when there is a shot, if it's attacker versus goalkeeper only, and you already answered that. It's getting noisy there. Is there a possibility to...
I might switch rooms if that's okay.
Yes, please. Yes, that's fine.
Okay, I'll be right back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Okay, guys, if you need to have a wee, go now, have a beer, have something to drink, go to the toilet. You have only 2 minutes, so you have to squeeze yourself, especially Sanks. Great data for now, amazing. This is the main question. Which one? Nick, could you turn on the noise cancellation? You know, I turned it on and off. And then there is also voice isolation. I turned it on and off. I'm trying. From a software perspective, I don't know what's going on. I think it's the background of the people talking in the room that interferes with the noise cancellation. But even if I turn it on and off, it doesn't change. So I have no idea. Next time I might try to use another software for video conferencing, but so far it worked well. But actually it happened once even with Libertire. Do you remember Soccerverse fan canal? Do you remember we had some issues with Video Ninja when we spoke? That's the main question, Chloe. Exactly. He lives exactly. I'm gonna make him his question. Thank you, Teddy, for the Esposito goal. Yeah, I saw it. Big money. Let's see if he's back. Not yet. Blanc. Laurent Blanc. He's coming. Yes, but I don't know why. I have no idea. Maybe it wasn't your mic and it isn't Andy mic. Maybe it's this software. Let's see. Hopefully it's the software so we can swap it. Poi la metti su YouTube? Yes, of course, as soon as possible. Not tonight, but yes, absolutely on YouTube, because our Spanish speaking people and Portuguese speaking people, everyone that doesn't speak English also needs to know these things, and so far so good, I think. Are you going to upload the videos to YouTube? Yes, YouTube. By the way, guys, if you're not what is my YouTube? I don't have it set up. Oh yes, here. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's yours the win by getting the second, so I should be thanking you, Nickx, for Esposito. Don't worry. King Teddy, I saw that you wrote a question. Let's wait for the questions in the chat after, because we are like a 3/4 away from all the questions that have been posted on Discord. And then after those are done, if Andy has time, I'll allow you to write the questions in the chat right now, and then Andy will answer if he has time. Let's put some royalty-free music. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying it, guys. And by the way, if you are, consider to support the channel with a sub, which if I'm not wrong, there is like a 35% discount for the sub. So consider it. Let me see. Maybe it's March, or maybe March, not now. Nick, better music off today if you don't mind. But a little bit, come on, in the background, why is off? Is it too high? If Chippy says music off, is music off. Chippy is the boss. You don't know, but Chippy is my boss, in reality. He's my manager. He's not. But maybe in the future, Chippy, do you want? It's like up and down. Ah, yes, I know. It's on purpose. But maybe it was too high. If it's too high, it's annoying. It's Chippy Day normal. Loop Lab, hello big boss. How are you doing? Welcome. Yes, cause mixing with Andy G voice and is around noise. I put it down. Do you still hear it? No, it should be off. Voro who wants to play. We're gonna play. You can use your own voice now in Suno for Soccerverse songs. Ah, really? I used another one, Udio.
Oh, Nick, is that better?
It's much better. There is even the background music that prompts it. Yes. There is one question for you, Andy. This is the most important question ever in Soccerverse. Is, do you actually live in a pub?
I did say, yeah, I saw that question when I was moving. Yeah. No, I'm not, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I don't.
Unfortunately, not yet. Maybe he will retire in a pub, probably.
One day.
That's his dream. Okay, let's move. When were we? Wow, it's hot in your place. Are you outside or inside?
Oh, I'm inside. Yeah, that's a light.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, I'm in the UK. It's not.
Yeah, it cannot be hot here. And I was weird. Hot is here, maybe. When the shot, okay, where were we? Chippy. Obviously, we are in Chippy world. When the shot is taken, is done. Done. This is done. We were talking about which skills are involved at each step: passing, build-up, tackling, defensive, interruption, shooting, and then finishing, goalkeeping, save attempt. What skills are involved at each step? Okay, did you get it, Andy?
Yeah, I'm going to try. There's a bit of noise here, but yeah, I'm going to try and answer this one. So yeah, that's pretty much guessed it correctly. So yeah, there's a chance, there's a creation chance, like we mentioned earlier. So it's weighted with your team's passing and shooting, but weighted more with the midfield because it is starts at the midfield, and then it is divided by it's versus your opponent sort of tackling. Collectively, the team's tackling, and then there's a tackle interruption chance where your opponent can tackle your shooters, your passers. So tackle interruption chance. Then there's a shot selection decided by who's going to shoot, and then there's that check whether it's on target or not. And the shooter's fitness is considered in that. whether it's on target is part of your how tired you shoot.
Really? That's important. So
Yeah.
on target, not on target, it's a fitness issue.
Yeah, a fatigue. So
A fatigue.
it's the one that's happening whilst you're in the game, not that you come out of the game with.
Wow.
So yeah, maybe substituting a striker in the last minute might. I'm not suggesting to do that, but just saying that fatigue has a fitness as effect part of that. Probably a small part though, not a big part.
That's huge.
The shooter's rating is more important. And then again, there's the goal, the chance if it's a goal or not.
Yeah. But at least we know, because we've been reviewing statistics for the past 1 year, since the Soccerverse beta even, and in trying to understand the ratio between shots and shots on target, and knowing that it's the stamina that determines. It might change a lot of people's strategies. It will change mine probably. So great to know. Thank you so much. in task. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Andy. Let's move. This was very important. Thank you, Chippy, also for your detailed questions, and you took really some time and brain power to do that. So thank you so much, Chippy, as well. Let's continue. Is there a defined formula or probability model behind this interaction? All right. So yeah, it's basically asking if it's deterministic or stochastic. I think it's a probability model, right? It's not. If it wasn't a fixed formula, you will be able to predict once the game engine is live. Am I right, Andy?
Yes. Well, it uses an explicit probability formulas.
It makes sense.
So yeah.
Probability. Yeah. How are fouls and cards generated within the engine? Are they part of failed actions during a chance? For instance, defensive intervention, or separate independent events?
They're independent for each minute. So they're not part of the chance of goals and things.
Okay, cool. What determines whether a foul occurs, whether it results in a yellow or red card?
So it's similar to above. So there's a chance every minute that one of these events can happen. So I think the chance is 60% chance that it's a yellow card, 4% chance that it's a red card.
4? Red card is 4?
4. Yes, there's a lot more chance of a yellow card than a red card. But then there's also a chance that is based upon, and then if the foul was a goalkeeper, there's a tiny chance that there's a goalkeeper. I think it's like 0.5% chance that the foul's done by a goalkeeper, which would create a penalty.
Interesting. And the aggression intervenes on these percentages. So if you play aggressive, the percentage of a red card increases to a higher likelihood.
That's right. Yeah. So the aggression is there's like a formula for it.
Yeah. I think you showed it at the beginning. It was a 0.31 versus 0.32. It's not a big. It doesn't look like a big change to me. But we're gonna have a look. We're gonna review this interview. Probably people Chloe is already done it actually. He will. He already knows how he finishes. Okay, let's move. Next question. Which attributes influence this? Tackling versus opponent skills, randomness versus thresholds. Other how? Tackling versus opponent skills.
Which attributes affect this? So this is the cards, is it?
Yes. Still on card zone.
Yeah. So it's the foul probabilities based on team aggression mainly. So that's the card types, the fixed probability. That's the same that I mentioned earlier: 60% yellow and a 4% red. So there's no other attributes used in that. And then the player who's fouled is just selected by the weight. It's the fouling player that's chosen who did the foul is weighted on the aggression stats, or the individual's aggression stats, which you can set individually. So he's more likely to be the one who said play more aggressively.
Yeah.
He did it individually. He's more likely to be the one who gets the card. But the foul probability is based on the team aggression, basically.
Thanks
the
so
more
much.
aggressive you play, the more chance.
Exactly. I think some of these questions, some of these elements, we already spoke about it and reiterated. This question is a bit tricky and probably Chippy. You asked, could you briefly explain how the match engine works from start to finish? Briefly, from start to finish, there are two things that I don't know if it's possible, but like an overall summary on how it works. Even though I think you already gave it to us.
Yeah, I'm going to try a quick screen sharing it.
Of course, that's amazing.
Got something here for that question.
There you go.
Screenshot it and read it later.
It's here.
Okay.
Perfect.
Question 39. So yeah, it's basically loads up the teams, formations and tactics, and then it does the thing that I mentioned earlier. So it's the individual player contributions. How much do they calculate? So it's using the skill, that is, of course, passing, shooting, tackling. It's got its tackling multiplier in there, and fitness is all done in. So that's loaded into the team, and then every minute it goes around, recalculates that. You can see here, recalculates it. We're losing the fatigue drops each minute. That substitutions has a bit of an effect. And then for each of the team, the chance of the shot probability, using this is what I was mentioning earlier,
the sequence,
that formula there, sequence, and then the foul check, injury check, and then we check the conditionals. So it's all the things that you would update, time, score, and everything. We just go back round, and at the end, decides whether there's a penalty shootout, but it will only do that if it's cup games, of course.
Yeah.
And then the match statistics and commentary, and the player ratings. Player ratings means that score that comes out of 7, 8, 9, 10. How well he played.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the source code there, but that's
for when it's open source.
When it's open source, I give a quick. Well, I've got my team square. We've got all the code here, so that was these are the formulas, fixtures.
You still screen sharing? Is this alright?
That's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I thought it was a leaking, big leaks in Soccerverse.
Yeah, we will open source it properly.
Yeah.
At some point this year, I believe. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andy. That's data pit, and very, very interesting. I'm going to rewatch this stream myself, so it's gonna be very, very useful for everyone. And also, it will be on YouTube as soon as I can. I put it on YouTube so everyone can listen to and change the language, etc. Do individual skills or many overall rating? This grouped by line times on this is probably a copy. We already answered that. I'm just skipping some of the questions because we talked about it. Once those values are set, how are chances generated? What remains to play? Alright, we talk about this. Chippy, during a chance, our outcome decided by player. Sorry, I'm skipping also this. What calculation decide if a shot becomes a goal? Maybe, I don't know, we already spoke about it, but we didn't speak about the calculations. So maybe this is a new question. What actually has to happen for a shot to become a goal?
Okay, I'll try. This is formulas, of course. So yes, it's work. There's two checks to it. First one, is it on target? And then we've got these sort of like a fixed number, and it's using like I mentioned earlier, it's using the shot taker's fatigue, and then if that's factored into it, so full fit shot striker is going to have more of a chance of being on target. And then the second step is it a goal? And that again, it's used in his shooting number, his shooting rating, his fatigue is factored in again. There's a formula to it, and then that is like against your opponent's goalkeeping ability, shot stopping ability.
You screen sharing, Andy? No, right? You're not screen sharing.
I know. I
Okay.
could do if you want. Yeah, don't screen share.
Only when you want. It's just Chippy was worried that we were missing some things.
Okay.
You tried. yeah. Chippy. Yeah, they tried. Can I? Okay. You're screen sharing now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go. Oh, cool. Oh, you have these slides for all the questions? No, right?
Most of them, not all of them.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Did we miss any slides before? Maybe.
No, I've
perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. There you go. Shots to goal calculation. On target, there is the exact formula, guys. Amazing. Thank you so much, Andy. This is going to be part of Claw, Akidral, Chippy, all the community devs' next tools. I'm pretty sure. Shooter 80, fatigue 0.9, goalkeeper 70. That's perfect. That's exactly what Chippy was asking. The formula to get to the probability of a specific goal, a specific striker, whoever strikes, to get a goal versus a goalkeeper. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. Next. That is green. This is Chippy. Tactical impact, numbers, and logic topics. So these are the last probably 9 questions. And then we have a few questions, if Andy has time, about decentralization and other topics around Soccerverse. And always, if Andy has time, we will take some questions from the chat, but let's see. Okay, last 9 questions of the game engine. Chippy, we know the available tactics are playstyle, attacking, passing, normal, counter-attack, defensive, and long ball. Could you explain the numerical impact behind each tactic? For example, is attacking the most offensive setup with higher attacking output but weaker defense? Is passing still offensive but more balanced than attacking? Is normal a true one-on-one baselines where skills are applied without modifiers? Basically, normal is no modifiers nowhere, and he wants to know the modifiers potentially of the playstyles.
So normal is in the middle. So we've kind of so how it works is we've got like a spectrum. So most attacking is attacking, that's the most offensive, but then you've got a weaker defense, of course. Then the next down, normal is in the middle, so that's like the baseline. Attacking is on one end of the spectrum, that's the highest offensive. In the middle of normal and attacking is passing, so passing is kind of attacking less, if you will, somewhere between normal and attacking. And down the other side on the other end of the spectrum, we've got defensive. Counter attack is somewhere between normal and defensive, so it's kind of like a lighter version of defensive. So that's kind of like the spectrum of those 5 tactics. And then we've got long ball. Long ball is basically very similar to normal, as in it's not really contributing much to attacking and defensive. It's more like a bit of a normal. It's somewhere in the middle of that spectrum. Very pretty much very close to normal. But then it's the differences here is then we've also got this sort of rock paper scissors stone where they've got these bonuses against different tactics, got different bonuses against each other, and that is then applied over the top.
Interesting. Okay, and this definitely we're gonna find out about the probabilities of rock, scissors, and paper in the open source whenever we go open source. In the meantime,
That's
Chloe
right, yeah.
is trying to buy you. Chloe, he wants the document. He's trying to buy you with 1 year access to Soccerverse base for you, Andy. If you're interested, reach out to Chloe. Next one. This is done. For the more defensive setups, how do counterattack and defending differ numerically? Is counterattack slightly defensive but with offensive bonuses in transition? So basically, what is asked, you already explained the relative, the play styles relative to each other on a ladder, kind of the spectrum. He's asking, if possible, the numbers.
Yeah. So yeah, counter-attack is effectively defensive as well, and it's like like on the last question, it's somewhere in the middle between normal and defensive. But there is like a little bit of a sting to counter-attack, does have a little. If it's playing against attack, it can have a more of attacking ability
Bonus.
is enhanced.
Yeah, okay. So this is still secret. We still keep this secret until the open source.
Yeah. So the defense. What's not a secret is the normal passing, attacking.
Yeah. The spectrum.
And counter attack and the spectrum. Yeah. The bonuses. There's bonuses before it might be. Let people work that out for more bit of fun to work them out rather than us doing it. But,
makes sense.
Counter attack is definitely clearly the bonus against attacking.
Yeah. We figured it out anyway, because many people, myself included, at the start of the season 1 or 2, we looked at the played games and looked at the statistical advantages of one playstyle versus the other. So we kind of figured out what it works better against what else. For instance, we found passing is great versus long ball is great versus counter-attacking, and then we found that attacking was very bad. Because now it changed. So we need to redo these things, guys. Okay. Next question in general. Okay, Chippy really wants the data, but apparently it's still in embargo. So basically, this question is, what exact modifier or weight changes do these tactics apply to the team calculations? In the future, it will be open source. We don't know yet exact weights on the multipliers of playstyles. We know that a player at 100 times. Okay, this is fitness. Important. We know that a player at 100% fitness performs at 100%. Does this mean that there is no penalty at all, or is there any hidden bonus for being at full fitness?
No, there's no hidden bonuses for full fitness. It's just all on a scale from 100 down to there's no extra bonus if you're 100% fit.
Perfect.
No hidden bonus.
Good to know. This is still on fitness impact, rating, and performance. How does fitness affect ratings as it decreases? What is the exact formula or scaling applied to player performance? For example, if a player starts at 90 fitness, how are their ratings affected compared to 100? What about 80 fitness or 60 fitness?
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to do another screen share with that one.
Whoa, this is big, guys. I don't know if you're ready. Today is huge. Let me know once you're ready, and I'm gonna hit screen share.
Okay, yeah, ready.
Fitness scaling formula.
And I'm going to just shrink that a little bit so you can get it on screen. There we go.
Let me try
Can
if
you
I
see that
can.
okay?
Yes, but I wanna try some. I wanna try to. Let me try to make it bigger from my end. I think I can do. I can do something to make it a little bit bigger. I'm gonna put yes on top of. Sorry guys. Okay, the music nobody cares. I'm gonna try to make it like that. Okay. Yes, now it's a bit bigger. Way bigger.
Okay. So effectively it's saying your fitness that you bring into the match, and then you've got this fatigue system within the match.
How
So
does
it starts higher if you come in with higher fitness.
starting fitness over 100, and then fatigue loss per minute is 31 minus the staminas minus 50. So stamina is 100 at the beginning, or it's 50. No, what is stamina? Ah, yeah, stamina. Stamina is 100. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep this here, and we're gonna study it, not live, because otherwise it takes too much time. But thanks so much. Example: stamina 99 loses 0.009 per minute. Ends of match at fitness equals to -8. Stamina starts with 100 or 50?
I believe we've just put every player at 50.
Okay.
But that's not the fitness that comes in. That's it's a player attribute that you don't see in the front end, I don't believe.
Impact. The most important thing that I read here is impact is linear. So the fatigue directly multiplies all skills contributions. There you go. So this is important. On backend is 50. So a player at 80 fitness start at a 0.8 effectiveness GP, losing the same amount per minute as a 100 fitness player. So the loss of the fitness ratio, the rate of loss is the same no matter what, but the rating is scaled based on starting fatigue. So that's very important. A player with fitness equals 10 and stamina 1 could theoretically drop to -0.05 by the end of the match. Okay, well, thank you so much. Thanks so much, Andy. That's all we needed to know from this question. Let's continue.
Okay, yeah. And a quick note on that as well is if you play tempo, you'll be affecting the rate of your decreasing of your stamina.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but the most important point here is how the stamina affects the rating, and now we know it's linear. It's a big thing. Okay, next one. Is the impact linear? Okay, we just answered that. It's the impact is linear. What is the maximum penalty a player can suffer due to low fitness? Ooh, okay. It was in the screen share, Chippy. I don't remember, but we can go back. What is the maximum penalty a player can suffer due to low fitness? I think it could go down. If I read correctly, it could go down by -0.05. So basically, not minus 0.05. So basically, it could reach minus 95% of the rating. If I read correctly, right, Andy? On the bottom of the document?
I believe so. You could drop to minus 0.05 theoretically.
Okay.
If you start with a fitness of 10 and you had a stamina of 1, but I don't believe any player stamina is 50 for every player or 20 for
50,
every player. I have to have a
50,
look at
50.
50, yeah. So yeah, you shouldn't get to that minus 0.05. That's just theoretically, that's the maximum.
Okay, good. We finished Chippy World. Thanks so much, Chippy, for all your questions. I'm sure he will have other in the chat, but let's finish with these 3 questions about game engine, and then if Andy has time, we change the topic and take from the chat. Let's start. Nualo is asking, sometimes the hidden tactics just lock and you can't unhide even if it is the same browser. How you download the tactics, you can't import them. How can this problem be fixed properly? It may yet again cost me a loss today. Okay.
Oh.
So this is basically probably it's not related to the game engine, it's something else. It's probably implementation of the code.
Yeah, I think what we'll do with this one is we'll take a note of it and we'll go and look at that. That's something that's like a bug or
Okay, I'm gonna put it into the note here to look into. Chippy, other 2 questions. You're right. Sorry. I just saw it here. You're right, Chippy. Okay, other 2 questions. From tempo and technique style. Let's start with the one on tempo. What is the exact impact of playing with slow, normal, or fast tempo? We know that in terms of fitness, total fatigue at the end of the match is the same, around 25 to 29, regardless of tempo. Is this intended or a bug? If it's not a bug, then the impact is not on fitness but on something like stamina. So how does tempo actually affect the performance in numerical terms when playing slow, normal, or fast?
Okay, I'm just going to quickly reread that. Questions
57. Row 57.
Yeah. What is the exact impact of playing with slow, normal, and fast tempo? Yeah, so it affects the stamina, basically. We know that in terms of fitness, total fatigue at the end of the match is the same, regardless of tempo. Okay, yeah. Is this intended or a bug? If it's not a bug, then the impact is not on fitness, but on something like stamina, hidden rating, yeah. So how does tempo actually affect performance in numerical terms when playing on slow tempo or fast? Yeah, so yeah, it's affecting, it was like we mentioned earlier, so it's affecting, so if you're on slow, it's your stamina goes, the player tires slower, so that stamina level goes down slower, so it's all within the match. So it's not connected to the fitness. And if you're playing tempo fast, and that stamina, it's just the player's just tiring faster with that stamina thing. So yeah, that's it.
But the minimum they reach is on purpose the same. So the function is not linear. They have to reach that. Sorry, the minimum they can reach is always the same. It's just how fast they reach that minimum.
Yeah, the stamina just drops down faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's basically if you see it as a time by stamina plot, is the slope. The slope is more steep. If you play fast, you reach the bottom faster.
Yeah, and also your skills, your skill contribution, your skills are increased as well. So you play better. Your players' ratings go up a little bit, not by much. Your stamina, so your skills can go up by 10% if you're on fast tempo. Your stamina drops down 30%.
Drop faster. Yes.
Yeah.
The bonuses are clear. They are in the wiki, etc. We all knew it's better to play fast. What we didn't know is how fast you go down in stamina and how this affect the performance. Okay.
Yeah.
That was tempo. I think it's okay. And then we have last question on game engine of today by Chippy, of course. Tackling style. Tackling style, maybe we touched it before, but what is the exact impact of playing with soft, medium, or hard tackling? We understand it affects aggression and possibly increases defensive ratings. And I think we confirmed that. But by how much exactly? Which players are affected? Everyone or only certain roles? And what are the exact numerical modifiers? So bonus or penalties? I will split this question into. I split it in question into. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's a tackling style. So I mean, basically, it's aggression is the effect that it has. So it's the aggression of the player. So the adjustment is the aggression of the player. So the aggression drops. The exact formulas is the aggression on soft drops by 20%. So there's fewer fouls and fewer cards. On hard, it's the opposite. So it's the aggression plus 20%. More fouls, more cards. So that's the exact sort of formula. Who's affected? That's all players on the team. But each player's each player's aggression can be adjusted individually in tactics, as you know. But yeah, it affects all players on the team. And then the impact on cards and fouls. So that like we mentioned earlier, foul probabilities every minute for each club. All the 90 minutes there's a chance of a foul. So you're increasing. I believe you're increasing the chance of a foul by 3/4 of what it used to be, or something like that. I think.
Okay, almost double the chance of not double, but 75% more. 3/4. Yeah.
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
I believe so. Yeah. So with hard, because your aggression's gone quite up quite a bit, and your team does. So the other thing is you're just looking here. I've got the code in front of me here. And so with hard, it's 20% aggression. 20% more fouls, and with soft, 20% fewer fouls.
20%. Okay, 3/4 of what? 3/4 of foul likelihood of getting a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, expect 20% more fouls or 20% less fouls, depending if you're doing it hard or soft. And that was doing the foul. The card probabilities are the same. So once it's decided whether you've done a foul, so there's more chance of you doing a foul or less chance of you doing a foul if you've gone hard or soft. But once you've done a foul, the probability of getting a red card or a yellow card is the same as earlier. So that was 60% yellow card chance. Or if you've done a foul, there's a 60% chance you get a yellow card and a 4% chance you get a red card. And that's the same, even if whichever of these tackling styles you're using. Tackling styles affect the chance of you doing a foul, not the card you get after you've done the foul.
Thank you so much. I think we finished all the questions for Game Engine, and we got a much clearer view of how Soccerverse works, how it calculates chances, goals, injuries, fouls, aggression, everything, play styles. So thank you so much. We now have other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, other something like 10 questions that are not directly related to Game Engine, but are about, let me see the topics: economy, game features, decentralization, and one on the company. Do you have time, Andy? Or
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
we already crossed one. We are what, 130, 140, something like that. 130 now of live stream. If you have time, we continue. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's before taking any chat question, if there is time, let's finish the ones that you guys posted on Discord. First one, Santa Claus. It's about economy. I have one doubt. In the league prize money, it is described as, this is probably from the wiki, at the beginning of the game, a league money pot is calculated by getting a season's wage of all the players in that league. The inflation of 5% is then added on. These calculations are made at the start of each season, or it was calculated at the start of season 1 and that 5% were added in season 2 and season 3.
Yeah, so yeah, the league prize money.
Yeah.
So it's calculated at the start of each season. Well, it's just the prize money. Sorry, the prize money pot is started from scratch at the start of each season, but it's not each season. It's started once at the start of the
Season
game world
1.
creation.
Yeah, season 1.
It's fixed. It's fixed. Yeah, and the 5% was just done once at the game world creation. It shouldn't be added on 5% each season.
Each season. Yeah.
Should be fixed. So every season we have the same price pot.
Okay. So the 5% inflation is not season after season. It's was just the first season, something like that.
It's not compounding. So each season it doesn't go up. It's not compounding. So what it did when the game world was created to start season 1, it said what's the wages of all the players in that league at the beginning of season 1. It adds them all up, and that's kind of like the anchor that all the economy is based on. So it's each season the amount of prize money pot, ticket prize money, TV money, they're all the same. They don't increase each season. It's always fixed, and it's fixed based on using what the wages of the league were at game world creation.
Okay.
So it's pegged.
Thank you so much. Let's move. Other question also by Santa Claus. He wants to know, other question I have is regarding the number of teams qualified to European Cups by each country. Is the rating calculation is this rating calculation will depend on the performance or points of the teams of these countries each season? Is there a table showing the position of the countries upon this date?
To the first question, it's just going to be fixed. We're not at the moment. It's not factoring in how well each country's doing or how well they're doing in the continental competitions. It's just fixed for each country at the moment.
Okay, and there are no plans to change it in the near term.
Not in the short term, no. We're just focusing on other things, so they'll all stay the same at the moment.
Perfect. Another question: will devs remain? This is pretty important. Will devs remain at the community disposal once the decentralization will be completed? And how the community is supposed to make adjustment to the engine or other part of the game, Snailbrain, etc., will be still part of the community, or the community will have to find other devs? Basically, is it possible to assume that our beloved devs will be sticking around and make adjustment to the game and get paid with the 12.5% of all the SVC payouts they're getting now?
Yeah, when we decentralize, there's a few parts to that. So we're hoping to decentralize soon, and once we've done that, we like in the eras up on the era roadmap. So when we do era 3, so we want this community building on top of it as well, and building. It's all going to be open source, so people as you know now, CP Claw, Acadale, the others, the people building on it.
Yeah.
Block. That's
Block,
so
Claw,
there's people.
GP, a
Claw,
lot of them. Yeah. Akidral,
yeah,
Rodeo.
yeah, Rodeo X, yeah. So there's a lot of building going on already. So we want to foster that and encourage that. So yeah, so that's part of the era thing. When we get to era 3, we open sourced it all, we decentralised it. That's just part of the process, really. But yeah, we'll still be involved in it, definitely. We're open sourcing it and decentralising it isn't for us to not have anything to do. It's more so people can build with us. Yeah, we're not decentralising so we can go away.
Great. Yeah. Perfect. That's all basically he wanted to know. I think I missed the name of the man. It was an Italian, maybe Loop Lab or AP9MC, one of them. Or Sanks, one of them. Okay, other question. This is by Yakarka. Yakarka is on a game features. Older and low-rated players on the transfer list remain unsold for months because they receive no offers. Is there any plan to resolve this? For example, releasing a player from the squad at any time by paying a predetermined release clause?
There isn't anything in the immediate term, but we have spoke about these before with people.
Yeah.
I think at the moment the problem we've had is people maybe cheating, but maybe if they're older players or lower rated players, maybe it's not so much of an issue and people can just pay to get them out of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You've not got a problem with that, or you pay the fee for the contract or something. You have to pay out the contract, and I think there's might be an issue with player influence holders as well, who might want them to stay at the club. So it's back to that player versus club influence holders.
Yeah.
If you had an influence and older player, you might not want him just to go on the free bench.
An agent, maybe.
So there's a few things to think. Agents, yeah. So we'd have to work out how get it balanced. So how does it? What's to do some things like that. But it's not off the table. It's just
on the list. Yeah. Thank you. Loop Lab, I will summarize very quickly. It was your question about the centralization. Andy said, no worries. The dev team will stick around. They're not decentralizing to run away, and they will still work with the community on developing the game. Did I summarize it well? Sorry if I go back to this question, but Loop Lab was asking and he didn't hear. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you so much. Now, Paige, other two questions from Paige. Is next series of funding round in plan? This is a company perspective or funding perspective. Do you have any plan for any other funding rounds?
I probably can't talk about anything like that. I can't say yes or no. I don't think so. I'm not sure. Not that I don't want to answer anything like that.
Yeah, maybe you're not allowed.
Maybe, yeah, have to reread documents or something to answer that.
Okay, we postpone. This question is postponed from next month. I can put a note. If allowed, we can talk about it.
Yeah, I'll find out.
Check if allowed to reply. I put a note. Okay, thank you so much. And Paige, again, this is was high. Okay. Is there any creative plan to increase utility of SVC to create more value? This is a question that we had also from the chat. Basically, do you have anything in plan to support SVC value long term?
Yeah, I mean, there's a big list of. I think we spoke when last time I was on your channel and we were talking about this, and there's a big list of things. Burning mechanism list, I think it's called, and seem to fall in two categories. Somewhere that you burn it, but it later creates more SVC. And then there's another one where you just burn in SVC and there's a bunch of ideas. We've not got any short-term plans to put these things in, but there is things which kind of loosely connected to it. For example, a multiplier. We're going to come up with a formula for that multiplier to keep the game world sort of. So that could fall a little bit. So there's things like that. That's keeping in balance. What we will do at some point, we haven't done it yet, is we'll put a lot more documentation on the economy and what we're trying to do with it. We'll have it up in the wiki and maybe even a tool where you can see all the economy numbers inside of what we're monitoring. But it's like a few things. We're trying to keep the price of SVC steady, and probably higher than where it is, and steady. Although we have no control over it, we do have control over how the game economy works, which indirectly affects it. But what we're not trying to do, we're not trying to make the price of SVC just go up 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. We're not one of those projects. It's more like a producer-consumer model. So I don't know how you describe it, like growing wheat or something. That's not making the price of wheat go up.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to pump too much the SVC value. You want to keep it as a currency relative to RAPC. Yeah, but some things are just not, especially now that we're still in an emerging phase where the liquidity is low and, someone arrives with 10 grand can wipe out the whole market of SVC. It's like 10 grand in the grand scheme of things is nothing. So, yeah, too much noise, Dringa. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's a pub. So, yeah, there is a bit of noise. Guys, I keep on seeing questions in the chat. Keep the questions for later if Andy has time, and then you post them, because now we're finishing up with the Discord ones, and then we'll see if we can answer those in the chat. Okay, another interesting questions from Paige. Paige asks, will SVC ever have a limit buy system, or it will in the order book, or it will always be at marketplace?
It's probably more for Andy see that, but we could find out.
Yeah.
For Snailbrain, he'll know the answers to that more. Yeah.
That would be great. Yes, I think I read it. It's something to do with Democrat on how it works. Limit buy was a pain to put. Limit sell it was easy. Limit buy was different. It was difficult. I don't know. We'll see if Andy C is around, or I put it in the to be answered. Maybe in the next AMA. To be answered by Andy C. Okay. Soccerverse Portugal, welcome. You're extremely late. You missed all the juice of this. You can't imagine how much alpha you missed. Ask Chippy. Okay, welcome Soccerverse Portugal. Okay, Lebron is asking. We still have 5 questions on general. So, question about mass adoption. How much unique players play the game? It looks like it's just 200 people have everyone with 10 accounts. How you want to increase number of managers? 90% of people don't care about blockchain, wallets, poll, fees. They just want to log in and play, and this is too complicated for them. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with some of the blockchain things in terms of how to mass adoption. I mean, we're building a new app which is going to go out next month.
A new app, yes.
Yeah,
very good one.
And it's what it does. It's bringing out the portfolio management side of the game. So the scaling is effectively mass adoption would be playing as a portfolio manager, owning influence in different clubs, or owning influencing players. in Wonder Kids and so on. So that's sort of the thing. There's only 5,500 manager roles, so that's the manager side of it. So yeah, the first stage was to get the game world working and all the top clubs managed. If one person's managing 3 clubs and in different leagues, that's okay for now. But it can only go as far as 5,500 manager roles. And those manager in the lower leagues and certain countries will be more attractive once the portfolio management side of the game is coming out, because there'll be more of a purpose. People will look after them more and it's easier to see the clubs. And the more you look after your club, the more SVC you'll get out of it, so you can then put that playing the game more. So we kind of have like a vicious circle, not a vicious circle, it's a vicious circle.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing. Mass adoption will be the portfolio management. Is the app the new app we're putting out is the first step towards that, and then we'll open it up into Era 2, which is the portfolio side of it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Looking forward to divulgate version 2. We internally testing and it's looking very neat, very very great. Okay, next question is by Yakarka. Again, this one is on trading. Will there be a regulation for the club pack category system? For example, while the average total club balance and squad value of a club sold in the silver pack is 10 million SVC, the average total club balance and squad value of many other clubs sold in the bronze pack is 30 to 40 million SVC. So, did you get this question? I have to read it again. Will there be a regulation for the club pack category system? While the average total club balance and squad value of X club sold is 10 million. 30-40 million. Okay, it's basically pointing out to an issue that I wasn't aware, but it looks like on average some clubs in the bronze pack, they have more club balance and squad value, way like 3 times more than other clubs that are in the silver pack category, so they are more expensive to buy. So what is essentially asking is, will there ever be a reset, basically reshuffling, a recategorization of the club's pack tier based on in-game new squad value or SVC balance? This is the actual question.
Yeah, I think so at some point, because I think it's another thing is teams getting promoted and relegated.
Yeah, as well. 100%.
That's another factor into it. So you could get some teams that are in the lowest tier pack and eventually keep working their way up many divisions. So maybe like the English divisions is in the French and Spanish. There's a lot of scope in there for them to be potentially changing packs that they're in. So yeah, I think at some point we'd look at that.
Interesting. That's very important. Good to know. Also because that's an incentive for managers and influencers actually to find managers that get your squad promoted, so that the influence pack is more expensive and the value of your own influence increases. So that's all correlated. Santa Claus, this is a question about general question about Santa Claus. Just one more question by Santa Claus about the users in game. Did the change of social login plus poll needed to make moves affected the numbers of users in the game? I see a drop here photo. There was a photo, but I don't know if we if we got it. And I think the number of managers job available in the game was lower, but I would like to know from the team how much these changes affect the game. So was this drop in actually increasing vacant position due to the change of the social login or something else?
We've been having a lot of looking. We look at these numbers all the time. We're always looking at all the numbers and figures and economies and all sorts of things. We don't believe it's the social login so much. We don't believe that's too much of an issue. It's a little bit of a factor, more on signing up than people leaving. I think migration is okay, so I don't think that's too much of a factor. Potentially the free moves is looking like a bit of a bigger factor than that. That's what we're thinking. But yeah, we're thinking people, free moves maybe. So we're having a look at a whole bunch of things at the minute of how much, when we make a change, how much they affect things. But social logins doesn't seem to be a big one. Okay. A little bit, but not a big one.
Yeah. Every little attrition can cause big changes in people's mind, but eventually they will stick, whoever sticks, and they will become core community members, just like the ones that are here today with us. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for posting the questions on Discord. We are done with the questions that you guys posted on Discord. So thanks a lot also to Tiki to organize them in a nice spreadsheet that me and Andy worked. Andy, we're done with the questions from the Discord people. I don't know about your availability. It's about 2 hours. Just if you have to go, let us know. We're gonna go play some Soccerverse quiz, or you can play also Soccerverse quiz if you want. If you play enough soccer, you can play with us Soccerverse quiz or marbles. Otherwise, people can ask in the chat. Up to you.
Yeah, I think I'm okay for 10 minutes, and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Only let's stick to 10 minutes because I know that Andy has a schedule. So guys, now you can post your questions. I will go through the questions one after the other, time allowing, if not repeated. So just drop your questions you want to ask to Andy right now, and then let's see, Chippy. It would be nice to have an option to save the formation in JSON format and also import option. So in this way we can save several formations and load them in 1 second.
Yeah, I've seen that suggestion. I think that's a good suggestion. We did that with Soccermanager Worlds. People have one for the home game, the away game, maybe a tactics for the cup games and things. Yeah.
That's a suggestion. That's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
King Teddy, hey Andy, hope you're well. My question is, how come when a player gets injured in the match, they are not always replaced by the players in their own position, even if they are placed, even if they are placed in the designated sub position spot, such as midfield. For instance, today Draguzin, a center back, came on Kudus, who was injured and is an attacking midfielder, Kudus. And I'm curious why the game decided to put him on instead of Madison, which I believe it's a center back. An attacking midfielder. Also, would the team be interested in the future in adding national teams or a World Cup tournament?
Yeah, I mean, on the first question, I'll look into that and I will get back for next week if there's things like that. If it's noted on the sheet, I'll certainly have a look at that. International management, I think maybe one day, yeah. I think we're always going to get asked that until we had it.
Yes, every day, every AMA, every month you're gonna get asked. So
yeah.
Okay,
we have it in.
You know what we should do? Like the first 5 minutes updates, and you put nothing changed in terms of national teams, nothing changed, and things like that, until it maybe something changed. Okay. And
I could add it one day.
Okay, and the other question was basically a bug. It's tracked. It's in the tracking system of the bugs. Cool. Soccerverse Portugal is asking, there are a floor in case of goal probability. In theory, I saw Chloe also. In theory, a 70 rated player would never score against a 90 rated goalkeeper.
Maybe. I don't know the exact formulas for that, but I could go and run some tests and that. I think it's highly unlikely. It's going to be hard, yeah.
It's highly likely, but there's probably some minimum and maximum, because otherwise they are already Chloe is already calculating. It even can go negative based on the formula that you showed. So there are other variables that probably they are in the code we didn't show. But
yeah,
I just wanted to thank you, Chippy. I just wanted to thank you very much. Amazing data, amazing AMA. Thanks a lot for all your time and for what you shared today. Big applause. Thank you. He's thanking you. Everyone is thanking you, Andy. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. This was a lot of valuable data. Yes, Soccerverse Fan Canal. Yeah, a lot. Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any other question in the chat, we can go straight in Soccerverse quiz with Andy if he wants to stay. Are you ready to put your Soccerverse knowledge on the test versus the community? Andy, you want to stay for the game? You don't have to.
I'll have to go now, unfortunately.
Next time we start with the quiz.
Next time, yeah.
Okay, well, Andy, thank you so much again for this AMA specialized on match engine. You showed way more than what we thought, and that's going to change the tactic of a lot of people. I'm pretty sure Chloe has already coded everything you talk about. He has already a game engine now. He's already coded as his own game engine, and a lot of tools will come out from this AMA. So thank you so much, Andy. I wish you.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, our pleasure, and I'll see you next month.
See you next month.
Sometime next month for big news, big version 2 coming out, and other interesting stuff.
Cheers, Nick. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Andy. Bye-bye. See you.
Bye-bye.